Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. My name is Denise Hutchins and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. Our charity of the month is Best Friends Animal Society, and you can help me help them help the animals by donating to our fundraiser here on Twitch, visiting their website, which I've posted in the chat, or simply by watching my streams and bringing your friends, because I'll be making my own donation at the end of the month based on my unique viewers count. If you enjoyed today's stream, please support my creative work by becoming a Twitch subscriber to remove ads and get cute emotes, joining my Patreon for illustrated postcards and prints in the mail, or sending me some creative fuel through Buy Me a Coffee. Links to all these can be found in my Twitch About section. Today is Tuesday, which means it's time for illustration, and I'm working on a new project this week. I'm going to finish it no matter what this week because it's going to be an anniversary present for my husband. It's our 9th wedding anniversary next Monday, I believe, the 22nd of September. So I'm creating an art present for him. And I did a little bit of work ahead of time. Hold on, I'm going to put some lip balm on. So I've got some work done already that I did a little bit before the stream. But there's more I want to do to this. There are 2 things I want to add. Well, I guess in a way it's 3 things. I want to add wolf ears on me and fox ears on my husband, because that's just what I decided a long time ago, that I'm a wolf and he's a fox. And I also wanted to add some willow elements from like a willow tree, maybe around the edges or just hanging down, because when I researched it, one of the symbolic 9th anniversary things is the willow, because it represents flexibility and durability, I think. So, let's see. First I need to look for images. My favorite place to do that is Pexels. So I'm going to search. Oh, where's their search button? Oh, here it is. It's so small. I want to search for wolf. Okay, so I'll bring this over here so y'all can see too. I don't know where to put it. I'll put it here. Put it in the middle. You'll have to see all the ads. Sorry about that. Oh, Uncreative Emma is here. Hello! Yay! Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you especially for the get well soon. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're able to join me for my first stream of the month. First stream back after the 3-week vacation, which I got sick on, and I'm still recovering from. How was the Alaska trip? It was so awesome. I got to see so many animals. I got to meet some of my health and fitness heroes on the cruise. And I feel so inspired to just keep going forward in my healthy lifestyle and everything, because the cruise theme was, it's basically like plant-based wellness or whatever. It's called Holistic Holiday at Sea. And then Alaska itself, we didn't do any excursions. We didn't pay for any off-ship stuff. We just got off the ship at each port and walked around in the port towns. And we saw all kinds of seals. We saw a bald eagle, tons of different like seagulls and songbirds and stuff. We saw crows, and there were some orcas once. It wasn't even in the port. We were just sailing and some orcas were just there outside in the water, and it was so cool. So yep, it was a great trip. I hope we can do it again because it was so fun. And Alaska has the kind of environment, like biome, that's where my heart lives, is places like that with lots of evergreen trees and mountains, the ocean. It's actually very similar to the Puget Sound, Seattle region. So yeah, it was epic. So thank you for asking. And I'm so glad to see you're doing all right too. Yay! You're welcome. Oh, it sounds amazing. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go on an Alaska cruise, I recommend it. Oh, Sarah's here too. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe for 24 months. Thank you so much. And I'm waving with my cursor. But you can't see because of the stars flying around on the screen right now, I suppose. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink of water. I was hoping that my symptoms would be gone by now. But there's still just congestion and coughing hanging around. I'm mostly better though. Alright, as for this project. Oh, this looks perfect. What I'm looking for is a wolf to put their ears on my head. So this is me. Like I said, I already did some work. I'm going to end up printing this and then I'm going to trace it and do... I haven't quite decided, but I think I want to do marker and colored pencil. So I'm creating the base. This is actually a photo from our Alaska cruise. Oh, Sarah, you got your postcard from the Alaska cruise, right? Yay, I'm so glad it arrived. Wow, it's all coming together. I sent postcards out to my closest people, so Sarah was one of them. Yay, I hope it arrived intact. I tried really hard to make sure it got sent with the from an Alaska post box so that it would have the Alaska postmark on it. Oh, what's this? Cheer 100. Yay! Cheer, thank you for the bits. Yay! I think that's the first time anyone has done that. I've never seen this before. Yay! How exciting. What an exciting first day back. I'm so glad y'all are with me today. So fun. Okay, so I'm looking for a wolf face facing the same direction as me. Let's see. Back to... So this one's a little... I need one that's more profile. Even more. This is like 3/4 view. Or this one's like 3/4 view. I don't know. One from the side. Like this one, but the ears are back, so I want one that the ears are forward, because the ears being back kind of indicates that they're in a protective stance or something like that, or they're unsure, or they're being humble, or whatever. I want a forward-facing one that seems confident. This one might be alright, although the ears are very brightly lit, so yeah, the ears are too brightly lit on that one. This one would be good, but they're angled kind of down. I would like to... This is not a wolf. This is a husky. That always happens. This also looks like a coyote to me, rather than wolf. This is another husky. Here's a howling wolf. Woo! No one even had to pay me for that animal thing. I'll do a wolf at any time. These ears are a little bit, they're attentive to listening. They're listening ears. I want perky, happy ears. Like these ones are actually great, although I do question whether this is a full wolf. It looks kind of like one of those hybrids that people are making. Oh, this one looks great. Excuse me. This one is great. Is that... My face is turned a little bit compared to that one. I'm going to keep scrolling a bit just to see... There's a good one. Oh, this one. The ears aren't perky happy, but they're relaxed. Oh, here's a close-up on the same one. This might be good. Let me compare. Of course, I would rotate them and stuff. I think I'm going to do this one. Okay. So, free download. That's why I like Pixels. Or it's Pexels with an E. So we're just going to save it. to desktop. I like to, if I can, do a little donation to these folks. Let me get this off of here though, because I don't know if it'll show any personally identifying information. But I like to do a little donation if I can when I use their images. So you can look at my Otome anime wallpaper for now. Let's see, here's the code. Yep. Make a donation. $1 donation. I don't think I explained fully what I was trying to say. If I can, I try to make a donation because Pexels is a free photo resource. And so for every person who donates, there's probably maybe even literally millions of people not donating, and that person put the nice image on there for everyone to use. So I like to show my appreciation. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I think I'll edit this image to look similar to the other one, and then I'll cut the ears so that I can just boop, pop them on my head. So basically, I'm doing this stylization in Photoshop along with some digital collage. Then I'm going to print it. Then I'm going to trace it. Then I'm going to color it. So those are the steps. So what I did on the other one was desaturate. And then I did a, where is it? Is it under, where is it? It's under adjustments. I'm looking for posterize. I find it so easy the first time. Now I can't find it. Adjustments. Oh, it's under the same thing. There we go. Sometimes I can find it. So what I did before was 11. Hey, you can barely tell the difference. It just mostly changes the background. That's interesting. Oh, it changes here too. So this one also was at 11. Well, now just going to circle the ear. I'll do one at a time. We're just gonna drag that over here. It's way too big. And then I want the other one too. And we're going to drag this one too. Should be on separate layers. Hopefully, nope, I can't. I gotta adjust on one by one. Well, that's okay. So I'm gonna make this smaller so that it just seems like it fits good on my head. And we're gonna rotate. So about 27%. Is that a good size? Is that too big? Should I put the ears down here? It's always hard when putting animal ears on because it's like, do you keep the human ears and they just have 4 ears? It doesn't really make sense that way. But it doesn't really make sense to have wolf ears on a human being either, so, oopsie, wrong layer. And we rotated it, I think it was about 27%. course, we'll cut this so that it's not overlaying, because then my head would be on top of this ear that's on the back. Okay, I think that'll be good. Now, let's go in here and erase. Clear. Good, that's what I want. So we can see what that looks like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to position it while the layer is transparent. That way I can see my own hairline. Now let's try erasing. Okay, what does that look like at 100%? Is Sean getting the animal treatment too? Yep. He's gonna have fox ears. Oh, you're the bits leader now. Look at that. I've never seen that before because nobody has ever done bits on my channel because I don't know anything about Twitch. That's cool. You got that little badge on your name now. Yep. Historically, I have done me as a wolf and Sean as a fox in previous anniversary art gifts. So I'm following that same theme. Just getting rid of some of this extra stuff that we don't need. Let's close near ear. Far ear. Actually, we'll call it near. We'll call it wolf near ear. Wolf far ear. What's this? Oh, this was that additional stuff, so we'll just put that down there. I used the Smart Fill or whatever. Oops, I merged it. To fill in that little bit of space right there. I don't need two separate layers for that. Call this base. Now for the near ear, get rid of some stuff that we don't need. Yeah, I think maybe what I'll do is just have my hair come down here and cover my human ears. It just seems odd to have 4 ears. I considered putting tails on us too, but I just think they wouldn't be visible. I'd have to go out of my way to make it like stick out to the side. I think they'd be, if we had tails, they'd be sticking out backwards because our spines are in the back. Okay, so now looking for fox photo. Oh, I can move this back over here because now I'm not doing payment stuff on here. Also, I like to give it a heart and a bookmark. Art references. Yay. So now we'll search fox. Oh, that one is so cute. Let's see. So we need one from almost the back of the head. So that might be kind of hard to find, but we'll see. Look at this one, sleeping. If I can't find one from over the shoulder and over the shoulder view, oh my goodness, is this what I'm looking for? Oh! It's small, but let's see. This is exactly what I'm looking for. We can't see as many of the details, but that's okay because I can use my imagination. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. Yay, it was very easy to find. Heart, bookmark, re-download, yay, save. Oh, and it's just from Pixabay. It says give them a small donation, but there's no donation button. Pixabay, I'm not sure what the history is, but it seems like basically a sister site to Pexels. Sweet. Okay, so that means I can put this away. Wait, no, because I want to look for willows. For the willow anniversary. I don't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, you hope it works. The fox photo? I hope it works too. Let's see. My brain. Desaturate. It's almost like you don't need to desaturate it because it's a winter scene, so there's hardly any color anyway. Oh, let me put this one over here. And we're going to go to posterize and 11 layers. Now, I'll use my stylus for this. Ear number 1. Fore ear, if you will. Drag this one over. Might have to. Look how small it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it bigger. It's so small. Wow. That's okay though. This is just like a reference collage. It's not the final product. Look at how tiny it is. It's so small. We're definitely making these bigger. Okay. Put these up here. So this one is fox ear. Near is what else? No, fox near ear. What's an animal that rhymes with near? Because we could have 3 in a row. Something near ear, you know, and it rhymes. What rhymes with ear? Sear. Mirror, cat. But that has that extra syllable in it. Fox, far ear. So we know which layer we're working on. Oh, deer. Good job. Good job. Deer near ear. You found it. It was an obvious one, too. Yep. This is so perfect. Maybe I'll just rotate to have them a little higher. And fox ears are much bigger proportionally to their heads than wolf ears are to wolf heads. So it's going to be interesting. Not drawing any ear here for showing. But I'll put this ear here, and then he's got his sideburns, so I'm going to connect them. And then maybe I'll fill it out so that instead of curving around the ear, it will just come down like this. See what that's like. But now, we've got to make this one bigger. Because it's so small now, it looks like his head is like 5 miles deep. Oh, it's crazy. Okay. Is that a little bit too big? I don't know. It's probably good. And it's 25% opacity and erase. What? Oh, it's on normal blend mode. Why is it on normal now? It wasn't on normal before. Come on, I want clear. Thank you. I guess I didn't need to erase that part. Hold on, going back. Okay, I'm gonna erase this one first. Now this one. Put this back on 100. That works. As a reference, good enough. Okay. Next, looking for Willow. I'll just search Willow to start. So I think what I want is just a close-up of some branches. Oh, what do you know? There's something right here. Oh, there's a person in it, but I should search branches. There's a guy meditating in their tree. There you go. There's another goat. This goat must be named Willow. Okay, let me search willow branches. Surprising, even less of what I'm looking for. Well, I guess these ones are closer. It's dripping in the water. Stuff kind of like this. There's another person. Apparently it's a thing to put a human female in some willow branches. surprising how few images I'm finding that are what I'm looking for. Maybe like this. I was hoping for a kind of curtain kind of effect. Oh, here's... This is like what I want. Let's do this one. Ooh. We'll use this one. Re-download. Yay. I'll give them a donation too. A little $1 donation. We're gonna do it off screen though. Oh, never mind. It says donations aren't supported in this organization's country. Well, sorry, person. I cannot give you a donation. I wanted to. Okay, same process. Open the reference image. Put it over here in the reference image side. Give it the same treatment. Desaturate. Then posterize with 11 levels. Looks so cool. Look at that. The change. I guess it's because I love illustration and animation so much. Those are always inherently simplified. So, especially on the water, which looks so cool. It looks cooler in posterized, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, excuse me. What I want is a curtain of willows. So maybe first I'll grab this stuff. This. I'm not sure if it counts as a pagoda. It's cool, but we don't need it. So I'm cutting it out. And I'll just grab this. Oh, that one wasn't part of it. It's hard to tell. Whatever, that's close enough. Ooh, it's huge. Maybe I don't want this one. I think the size is good, but I want this one branch hanging on his head. Ah, why does it not remember that I want it to be on clear? That's weird. It's doing that. So we'll cut that out. Willow, right. That's what this layer is going to be called, and we can actually, I'm going to keep it at 75, good, maybe even less, so that I can see through, once I print this for tracing, so I can see through it. Or at least that's the idea. Once it's printed, that might not actually work as I hope, but this is the kind of thing I was wanting, and I might add more to the drawing, but for now, that's good. And let's do the same thing. Oops. The other side, but we'll use a different selection Creating this willowy frame because willow is one of the 9th anniversary themes. Is that about the same size? I think it is. I cut all of that, but I think I'm just going to use this part. And we'll grab this one again. Excuse me. I haven't been talking this much while sick, so it's making me have to cough a lot more than usual. I was really hoping I would be over this by the time it came time to come back to streaming. It's just an annoyance more than anything at this point. Like when I first got sick, I couldn't sleep because the symptoms were so bad. I got sick on the cruise ship. I'm so glad I brought masks so that I could protect other people. And I tried to keep to my room, but that was making me feel even worse because it feels really sucky to be cooped up. We didn't have a room with a window or anything. So I still went out because I needed to eat. And so I'm glad I brought masks, but I couldn't sleep the first couple nights. And the ship didn't have cold medicine. They had nighttime cold medicine, but I hate taking that because it makes me sleepy for like a full 24 hours with a single dose, so I try not to take it. So what I'm getting at is that's no longer a problem. Not having any trouble sleeping or anything. Let's see, I want to flip this. No, make it a little smaller too. I'm trying to make it so it's not obvious that it's the same one. Of course it'll look different once I draw it, but let's see, let's flip this. Oh, I can never remember which one. Nope. Also not canvas. Okay. Oh, I want to under edit. It's confusing because image rotation has similar options to edit, transform. There we go. Oh, you know what? I just had a great idea. Because this is so close to covering my ear. So I could use some little strip of willow to cover up where Sean's human ear would be. We're going to combine these. This is willow left. What did I make this? 65. We're going to make this 65 too. It's so nice to have the whole week to work on this, because in the past when I've made art presents, I like forget about it, or I end up not having time, and then I'm like rushing, trying to get it done the day before or even the day of. And no, this time I'm going to have a whole week. Really nice because I can take my time and let my ideas grow and change and develop fully instead of just trying to finish, just get something done to give the person, which to me doesn't feel very gift-like. I recently decided that if it's going to be either a rushed art gift or something that I buy, I would rather buy something, because rushing doesn't feel like a gift to me. Let's see. So now I want a nice sprig to come down here. I want a different one though. There's this one, but there's hardly anything there. Maybe I can take one from over here. I'm not sure how much I need. We'll just do this. And make it smaller. They don't have to all be the same size, because they could be, in theory, hanging down from different parts of the tree. The tree is not flat. Maybe I want something a little bit more robust. Like this one is full of little tiny leaves. But then again, do I want it to be really busy right on his face? Maybe the less one is better. Trying to make it so I can see the ear references too. Well, that seems good. And maybe when I draw it, I'll put like a little heart up here or something. I'll see what I think once I trace it. So, oh, I never saved this. Let's save this real quick. Save. Today's date 25/09/16, 9th anniversary reference. Sweet. Now, hopefully I can print. I just want to print on. Oh, good. I do want to print on the brother, which is one copy. And we're just going to do a normal 8.5 by 11. So I made this 4x6. Okay, let's try printing. It's a toner printer, so it shouldn't take too long. I gotta go back behind my desk to get it though. Yay, looks good. Okay. Now I've got to switch to my physical workspace. Let's see, I'm gonna pull my camera down. So I'll have to adjust the lights as I work. Alright, look at that. Looks almost the same. Boop. Okay, I'm adjusting my secondary monitor so we can make sure everything's going good on Twitch. And I'm going to move my microphone. Okay. So I've got this reference image. Wanted a 4x6 paper. When I use marker, I don't want something too absorbent. I might have to cut something to size. I'm looking through my paper stash, which is quite substantial. This is all watercolor. That's too small. This one's too big. What's this? Oh, I can't trace on this though. It's a board. Sorry if you can't hear me well. I'm behind the microphone. And also fairly far away from it. See, I have this deleter comic book paper, but it's not 4x6 exactly. It's A6. Let me look at the size comparison. I haven't used this in ages, but I think it's not quite the same size. Yep, it's a tiny bit small. The reason why I want it 4x6 is my husband has a frame where he has been putting the little 4x6 arts I've made for him. So I want to make another one for him to put in there. I think I'm going to have to cut it to size. What's this? Parchment paper. Parchment paper. I don't know if I've used marker on parchment paper before. Well, maybe I'll just use one of these. Oh. I have this half sheet that I cut before of Strathmore marker paper. From a previous project. It's too big, but I can cut it. I can cut it to size. Oh, do I want to cut it before or after drawing on it though? It's definitely easier to draw when you're not drawing off the edge. So I think maybe I'll do it as is and then cut the edges off after I'm done. So now I'm getting my A4 Bright pad, which was a cool thing that my husband actually got for me. I had never heard of such a thing. I had only ever heard of the big, bulky, or either tiny and it's like so small that it's kind of useless to me, tracing pads. But this one it charges USB-C and it's super thin and light, really transportable. So my camera is probably gonna get super confused because backlit stuff confuses it. But for now, I'll just get this set up. So it's almost break time. If it's not break, yeah, we got 3 minutes and then it's break time. Oh, Sarah says, sorry, not sorry, lurking because of Liam. Dude, that's totally understandable. I will never hold that against you or anyone. Lurkers are always welcome here. Always have been, always will be. Okay, I've lined up my paper. Now I'm going to tape it. Got my 1/2 inch, a little extra piece here. 1/2 inch artist tape. Something else that's a weird symptom of this cold that I have is dizziness. I just randomly get dizzy throughout the day. I cannot pinpoint what it is that causes it. I bring it up because I got dizzy just now. As I was applying this tape, I suddenly felt dizzy. Okay, I'm going to turn off all of the lights in here. I'm going to close. Normally I try to keep them open so that I have as much natural light as possible, but I'm going to close my curtains. So I want it as dark as possible so that all the light is coming from here. Ooh, spooky. Although, it's pretty much exactly break time. So I will just zoom this in so that hopefully the camera can display something a little bit more visually pleasing. There. Leave it on that. Oh, I need my mouse. And I'm going to turn on my be right back sign. I encourage everyone else to take this opportunity to take a break. Get stretched and refreshed. I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes. everyone, I'm back. I hope you had a great break. I'm ready to get to work on this next step in my anniversary present. 9th anniversary willow theme. So I'm going to use my, oh, interesting how it looks with being backlit, but my Sakura Pigma set of pens. It's micron and graphic pens ranging in size from, oh, I can't even see, 003 all the way up to a full 1, which is their own proprietary sizes because they don't really correspond to anything that I'm aware of. Most fine liner pen manufacturers make it correspond to the millimeters, so like 05 would be 0.5 millimeters, but that's not the case with these, so I don't know what their numbering system means other than relative to each other the numbers are bigger and smaller, which means the nib size is bigger and smaller. And I definitely don't want to do too big of a pen. I don't want to do too small either. About 02. Do a thin one to start, and then we can add more after tracing is done. I'm just going to start in the corner. I'm not tracing as in trying to be 100% faithful to what I'm seeing. Instead, I am going for the overall shape. What am I seeing? And it helps having this tracing pad, because then it's sort of blurred or simplified even further thanks to the paper that it has to travel through to reach my eyes. Trying to make this easy on my future self too, so that when I go to color it, I know which parts are supposed to be see-through and which parts are supposed to be leaf. I think you did. You sent me one. You sent me one recently. How much has he grown in weight? A lot. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, put them on a kitchen scale. When's the next doctor appointment? 6 months? I don't know what the standards are these days. Not that I remember from when my siblings are born, to be honest. Though I do remember the vaccine schedules are something like, every few months, so. My youngest sister made the local newspaper when she got one of her vaccines. I don't know why. I don't know why they were taking pictures of us or whatever. But she was a little, in our family, little celebrity. She didn't even know, though, because she was only like a couple of years old. But her screaming, crying face was on the local newspaper. I was there at the doctor's office for the vaccinations. So I remember it quite well. I was, had to have been 10 or 11 or something. So maybe she was actually even under a year old, because where we were living, I didn't move up to Idaho until it was like 10. Anyway. 2 months, next appointment's 4 months. Oh, okay, so you get to find out. I bet you could, if you really wanted to know, I bet you could call. They could tell you. Are you keeping a baby book? Where you're tracking that kind of thing? I still have my baby book. I thought it was weird that my parents gave it to me. They didn't want it anymore. I'm like, well, whatever. I'll keep it. But it is cool to see, like, stuff. I don't know. It has a lock of my hair from my first haircut. It's interesting. Oh. Interesting. Well, I don't know where you're tracking it, but if it's on paper, you can just put that in the baby book, and that's Liam's baby book. When he's older, he can see when he pooped. Something that's nice about making gifts is there's less pressure. Interestingly, on the one hand, it kind of feels like more pressure because I'm making it for an individual person and thinking about them. But on the other hand, I'm not trying to make something that lots and lots of people would appreciate. I'm making something for one person, so it's less pressure. It's text now. Well, I think there's a way to print that too. You just wanted to print it. But you don't need to be making yourself extra work either. If it's fun, you could do it. If it's just another chore, don't bother with a baby book. course, you could do what you want. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, just thinking out loud. Sharing my philosophy on stuff. My doing stuff philosophy. Which has evolved quite a bit, even just this year. I've been able to figure out how to keep what's most important to me and be able to let things go, even if they were things that had been previously very important, and so they sort of had this grandfathered status. And then I start recognizing they're not serving the same purpose anymore, or they've become more of a burden than a help over the years. Or just my priorities have changed, and so I don't need to do X thing anymore. Or I've actually reached the goal that I started X thing for. And so even though it's a habit now, there's not really any strong reason to keep doing it. I could allocate that time and effort to something new. Or something old that I want more time for. Ooh, my hand. Gotta take a break for a second. My hand is starting to cramp up. Maybe we can take a break real quick and look at this is how it's coming out so far. Looks pretty cool, I think. I am so glad I gave myself this week to work on this, because I definitely wouldn't have been able to rush this. Oh. Alright. Do some stretches. I just shook my hand around for however long that was. Now let's stretch a bit. Stretch it out. Okay, now I'm just going to let my hand and arm rest for a bit. Oh, I'll allow this one. Automod held the message for sex-based terms, but in this context, it's fine. £10, 8.3 ounces. That seems pretty hefty. August 20, how old? That was like a month ago. So August, that was like a month? That was 2 months? That's almost, so 8, that's like 10.5 pounds. Oh, 6 pound 9, wow. So, in like what, 1.5, that 2 months checkup, okay. 2 months checkup almost doubled. Close to doubled. Okay. Back to the willows. Ah, yes, that little break was what I needed. Doing all this super fine stuff is really taxing. It's just so small. And I have to use the small muscles in my hands and forearms. Not hands, hand and forearm, because I'm only only left-handed for drawing. I'm right-handed for other stuff. Ambidextrous means you can use both hands for anything. I invented the term polydextrous for people like me who are left-handed for some things and right-handed for other things. Little snacker. That's good he's eating though. That's important for growing children to eat. They must eat. Must eat to grow. I'm actually loving this look that I'm ending up with here, where I'm not drawing each individual stem. Mostly just the leaves or the overall shape that the whole branch is creating with all the leaves and stems combined. I think leaving the stems out helps reduce the amount of attention that this gets, because this is more decoration than the main focus. Okay, I think I'll do the willow going all the way across, then I'll move to us, and then I'll add the background elements. Though I wonder if it might be better to eliminate this background stuff. I might include some indication of the bench we're sitting on, so that we're not just like floating in space, but these lines in the background are kind of, or maybe I like move them over. Because right now they're sort of just pointing right here on the back of his neck. Oh, you can't even see them. There's this texture in the background, these lines going down, sculpted into the wall behind us. And there's this really, really bright line right here. So I think it might be better just not to include that at all. But we'll finish the willow first and we'll decide on that. It's got a buzz on my wrist. Who knows what that was? It went away right away. Oh, I'm getting another one. Oh, Sarah's sending me stuff. I'll look at it after the stream. Oh, I think that was... Whoops. I thought it was a leaf shape, but I think it was the edge of the wolf ear. Well, that's drawn now. So hard to tell what some of these things are because of all of the different filters they've gone through and are going through. And that is the ear right there. Oh, and this comes down further. So here I realized that I mistook the edge I was seeing for more willow leaves, but actually it was just the edge of that reference image. So I, based on all the information that I've already gotten from drawing this stuff, I just drew another one from imagination using that line. It sounds like he was having a dream. Okay. I think I'm done with the willow. Yay! Okay, moving on to us. I want to be careful because there's some things I didn't want to draw. Like we have a bunch of bags and stuff on. I didn't want to draw that part. I'm going to simplify what we're wearing too. simplifying this shirt too. There's like a hoodie or jacket wrapped here, but I'm just taking that out. It's kind of tough to see right here what I'm actually working on. So lifting the paper lets me see what's actually printed. I have been really quiet. I'm focusing very hard. Yay. Confirmation. Yes, I am alive. It's hard to tell what's going on right here. I think it's my hair coming down. Trying to decide if I want to draw this flower pattern that's on my dress. I really like it. Guess I will draw it. Let's see what it looks like. Ah, I see. I need to draw. Sean's hand is wrapping around me, but it's really hard to see. The sketch is just like a single finger is visible here. There. Okay, let's move on to adding ink, but not tracing, refining the ink on the final piece. So I'm going to actually, I'll use this. It's got this nice clip on it here. I'm going to set this up so I can see it. And I need my clipboard or else this is going to try to escape the whole time. I couldn't close my closet door. It's because the cord was sticking out. There. Well, it kind of hangs off the edge, but I'm going to be cutting this edge part off eventually anyway, so that's okay. Okay, so the first thing I think I'll do is a thicker outline around us two. I'm going to do the 08 nice and big. This not only helps for anyone viewing the piece, but also for me. I'm trying to see what is what when I color it, making the distinction now between, especially with my hair and these willow leaves, they're very, very similar in shape. And they're overlapping each other. I'm going to an 05 to add more definition within those bounds I just laid down. Oh, and here's a spot that needs the 08 again. Got this negative space right in between us. Oh, there's another negative space I just spotted. Right here. On the next size down, 03. Looks like I smudged a little bit of ink, so I'm trying to clean it. Yeah, it looks like it worked. Yay! Yeah, actually gonna go down to size 1. I've used the O2 for some of these hatching marks, but I'm gonna go down to a size 1 for the rest. Ooh. Sorry about Choppy barking. Someone rang the doorbell. It's okay, Choppy. You don't need to bark. It's gonna be okay. You don't need to bark. It's gonna be okay, Choppy. You don't need to bark. It startles everyone. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Choppy, don't bark. Don't bark, Choppy. I'm gonna mute my mic until she calms down. Husband came to let the puppies out. Hopefully he didn't see what I was working on. I told him not to watch my stream today. Okay. It's well past my second break time. And I think I'm done with inking. So it's good opportunity to take my break. Here, a little more close-up view. Oh, I'm trying to get this to straighten out. There we go. That's pretty good. Good enough. Okay. Time for break number 2. Gonna put my be right back sign on. I encourage everyone else to take a break as well. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hello everyone, I'm back. Hope you had a great break. I think it was a lot longer than I meant it to be. Though actually maybe that wasn't too bad. Oh, this thing keeps falling down. Anyway, I was so hungry, so I took the time to eat a kiwi. And it was so good. I love these golden kiwis. They're one of my favorites now. And the advertisement on the package says scoop or something, like cut and scoop. So like scoop the flesh out of the skin. But I just eat it whole like an apple. Like even more than an apple, because you can eat the seeds too. And it's just an easy snack. It just takes a little longer to eat the whole thing. Especially these ones are massive. They were like this big. Anyway, I think I am done with the ink. I'm considering whether I want to sign it or not, but I guess I could wait till the end. So I'm going to put my pens away. Put my eraser away. And now that I'm done with the tracing board, I can turn all my lights back on. I'm going to do that first so I can have more light. Open my curtains. Oh, have a drink of water. My water bottle was still over by the window. Okay, I wanted to color with markers. So I need my swatch book. Let's see, I'll put the clip on the back. And maybe I do still want to be able to see this. I'm going to get my little book stand thing to help hold this up. By this, I mean my tracing pad, which I'm now using as a sort of easel. It keeps trying to slide down. Okay. Let's put some lip balm on. We got all worn off by eating a snack. Okay. The reference image that I made for myself is in black and white, so I'm just going to choose colors based on my imagination. And my memory, so like I know that my dress is all black, his shirt was dark blue. Start with our skin color though. It's one of the lightest things in the image. We both have fairly light skin though. Mine is a more pink tone. I think I'll do mine from this more red group of earth tones. So we'll do E00 and E21. I'm going to make notes of what colors I'm using for what. So, thank you. Oh, I didn't see this message. That big bark was the littler dog, yes. Eva barely barks at all. She's the big dog, and she hardly barks at all. And Chappie didn't used to bark, but as she's grown confident in her home over the years, she'll bark at anything. She'll bark at Sean because he's coming down the stairs. Literally, that happened today. That actually happened today. So. And thank you, by the way, for the acknowledgement of all the work I've been doing. I'm quite happy at how quickly it's coming together. Okay, for my skin, I chose E00. For Sean's skin, I used E21. So I'm just writing it in the margins. So I'm going to cut this out to be 4x6. So these margins I can just use for note taking or test marks or whatever. So what next? I think the green of the willow leaves. Green and yellow, yellowish green. I like to do a mix. I'm going to do Y13 and YG01 to start. A yellow and a yellow green. Then we'll build on that later. I think I'll do a gradient. That'll be fun. Yeah. I'll do that. We'll do more yellow toward the bottom. Then build to a darker and darker green as we go on. I gotta adjust my lamp. I need to put my head down closer, but I can't see anything. There. When I put my head down closer, but the lamp was as high as it was, I end up casting a shadow in my own head. So right now I'm actually tapping instead of pulling the marker tip because I'm finding that the ink is smudging quite a bit for some reason. So by tapping, I can reduce that smudging. we'll stick with that for now and start adding this yellow green. I'm adding it in where the yellow is too, so we've got some overlap. I'm going to add a few more yellow leaves here and there up higher, just to have some more variety. Since once I add the darker colors on, I can't really add the yellow back in. I can only cover the yellow up. We'll do the same thing with this light green, this yellow green as well. Okay, let's choose a darker green. I swear the camera is so dark. It's much darker looking than in real life. Oh, I hear some puppy toes. You're welcome. You're welcome to come in. She's very slowly making her way in. Okay, there she goes. Okay, both Eva and Chappie have returned. the darker one I had been using, which is not that dark, is this color. So I think maybe this could be a next step, but it might be too big of a jump. So maybe this yellow green 07, and then I'll just do G07. So yellow green 07 and G07. Green. G stands for green, YG stands for yellow green. I'm not able to color as precisely as I'd like because the marker tip is only so small. So in some of these areas I'm going out of the lines, but that's okay because the overall effect is still that of greenery, and that's all I'm trying to do, so it's fine. So confusing, like what is supposed to be a leaf and what is supposed to be an empty space? I tried to make it easy on myself when I drew it, but I knew this would happen. I like how this color gradient effect is coming out. I didn't have any particular plan in mind, just organically working on it. Okay, darker color. Oh, 10-minute warning. Only 10 minutes left in this stream. Coming along nicely, I think. Quite happy. Quite happy with this progress. Pichu, hello! Thank you for joining me today. How are you? So great to see so many people today. My first day back, first stream of the month. First day back after a 3-week break. Hope you're doing well. Says school, see ya. So bye. Have a great time at school. If I'm understanding your message correctly. I'd like to show you better. Maybe if I hold it up closer, you can see the gradient better. Yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. 4 different colors from yellow greens, from yellow to yellow greens to greens. I quite like it. Quite like it. And this is only day 1. So what else can we color before we're out of time? Guess I could do our hair. My hair is mostly silver on the top, but the older hair and some of the hairs on the top are still brownish. My hair was originally something more like this color, so I think I'll do a gradient with something like this. This might be too dark to start with. Maybe this one. I don't know. One of these, and then we'll... Oh, maybe one of these colors would be nice to transition up into. But let me see if there's an even cooler one, or maybe a warm gray. So here's the warm grays. This might actually be closer to what my hair actually looks like. Like some of the strands are still more like this color, and especially on the top of my head, more of the strands are like this color. Maybe I'll do W0 or W1. I'll do W1. It makes a more of a contrast with white. W1 and E27. So we'll start with W1 because it's a lighter color. Even though historically what has happened is the darker became lighter, but we're making art here. And it's great because the wolf ear actually has light fur and dark fur on it too. So it works perfectly with my actual real hair. Still trying to tap rather than pull the marker anywhere there's a whole bunch of ink because I don't want to smudge anymore. I already smudged like the little freckles that I added. I smudged this line on Sean's hand. Trying to keep the smudges to a minimum now. Unlike most of my art, this is not going to go into the computer except as a to document it. The one I'm working on now is the final piece. So these smudges, I've either got to cover them up, like with some colored pencil or something, or just live with them. That's how they are. Happy little accidents. Yep. That's what we've got here. Oh wow, this is a lot darker than I thought it would be. Sean's hair is actually... Oh, maybe I'll go with this. E59. Okay, I've got to write this down or else I'll forget which ones was which. So my hair equals W1 and E27. And Sean's hair equals E59. Guess I'll write down the names of the willow too. Y13, YG 01, YG07, and G07. I want a transition color for my hair. Something that's bridges the two because it's a lot bigger distinction between them than a higher contrast than I thought it would be. Well, E43. Of course, I can ease that transition a little bit more with colored pencils later too, but the more I can do now, the easier the job will be for the colored pencils later. So I will add E43 to my list. But I'll be coming back to this tomorrow. And it's exactly quitting time. I'll be coming back to this tomorrow, so I'm just going to leave everything out as is anyway. So shouldn't be too hard to remember what colors are what with my little notes at the bottom. Shoop. Plus the colors are still out. Guess I'll do one last look before we sign off for the day. This is how far we've gotten. So maybe, I don't know, a third of the flat color is done? Or maybe a fourth. Either way, pretty good. Got that reference image made, collaged, stylized, printed, lines done, and coloring started all in one session. Yay! But that will be it for today. So let me thank you so much for joining me for my first stream of the month, first stream back after my 3-week vacation. Thank you for everything you do to support Studio Mikarts. If you're new to my channel and want to see more, please follow Studio Mikarts on Twitch to get notified next time I go live. You can also support me by becoming a Twitch subscriber to get ad-free viewing and cute emotes, joining my Patreon for lovely illustrations in the mail, or sending some creative fuel through Buy Me a Coffee. All the links are in my Twitch About section. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, as I said, continuing work on this project, so I hope to see you then. Either way, let me wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for watching!